Hey YouTube! I canoe camped Maine's Allagash Wilderness Waterway this summer, and the purpose of this video is to help you decide if you should too. It is organized in 6 chapters: Introduction, this overview, Logistics and Costs, Our Day-by-Day Adventure, which includes wildlife footage and campsite reviews, My Verdict, where I tell you who I think this trip is and isn't for, and finally, my top 3 pieces of advice for the trip. The Allagash Wilderness Waterway is roughly 100 miles of interconnected lakes, ponds, rivers, and streams in Maine's remote north woods. It forms part of the Northern Forest Canoe Trail, a 740-mile route from the Adirondacks in New York to the northern border of Maine. The Wabanaki tribe used these waters for travel, trade, and sustenance for thousands of years. Then, after a few centuries of logging, the Allagash became the first federally protected, state-managed wilderness waterway in 1966. Today, it's part of the largest uninterrupted forest in the eastern United States, except for the Florida Everglades. Paddling here offers pristine nature, abundant wildlife like moose and bald eagles, and awesome solitude that is unique to the world's ever-dwindling backcountry wilderness spaces. Henry David Thoreau once explored these waters, though the Allagash he described in his book The Maine Woods was less pristine in the 1850s than it is today in the 2020s. And one final fun fact: the very popular Allagash Brewing Company, despite its name, is based in Portland, Maine, far, far away from the river itself. Whoa there, buddy! Before you rush off, it's crucial to understand the logistics. The 2 greatest logistical challenges of canoeing the Allagash are its remoteness and the fact that it is unfeasible for most people, and in most circumstances, to canoe upriver back where you started. For both of those reasons, you will need to hire an outfitter. There are many outfitters to choose from, depending on where you want to start from, how long your trip is going to be, and whether you want to drive yourself downriver and have the outfitter pick your car up, or whether you want them to shuttle you down in their truck. Expect to pay between $200 and $500 at the very least for their transportation services. Now, you will need gear as well. Do you have your own canoe, paddles, life jacket, rope throw bag, tent, and other camping gear? Or are you going to need to rent that stuff? Renting will run you another $50 to $150 from the same outfitters, or you might be able to rent some stuff from REI. This spreadsheet has everything we just talked about, and more. To tie everything together with a real-life example, in our case, we already had the camping gear, and instead of renting a canoe, we bought a cheap one on Craigslist. Then, we drove 7 hours north from Massachusetts to Fort Kent, Maine. There, we paid an outfitter $300 to shuttle us 3 hours back down south to our starting point, Umsaskus Lake, where the next chapter of this adventure begins. Hey MTV, this is my crib. So up here we got Kaylee's room. Got some seats, some floaties, Gatorade on stack. Over here we got more Kaylee's. Some food. Double sleeping pad from Clint. Got the backpack strapped in, locked, cocked, and loaded. Let's go. Some dry bags, some fishing stuff. A lot of whiskey in there. And my chair. So, this is how you pack up for a trip on the Allagash. Alright everybody, we are canoeing the Allagash. Actually, Kaylee's canoeing the Allagash, and I'm recording. You guys can look around. Just went through some
rougher water. Oh, nice. Look at that rock. Yeah. Spooky rock.
What rock?
Exactly. The river's getting a little more technical. Best you can do is try to stay in the middle. Stay away from upwellings. Even to our left. So I think we might be coming up on the dam or something. That might be the sign over there might be for the portage. It is crazy to think how much we fit into this canoe.
When you see it all out, it feels like
Yeah, it seems impossible.
there it is.
So this is Lost Popple Campground. Canoed up here. It's been about 10 miles. And just wanted to show it to y'all. It's rated as one group campground, and I think that's pretty accurate. Although it looks like you got space over here. Pretty bumpy and rocky over there. There's potentially a spot over there that's pretty good. The bugs are pretty horrible here. But if you make a nice smoky fire, you can get rid of some of them.
Wait, we're going straight towards it. Oh, you want to go to the left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Woohoo! Not quite out of the woods yet, but better. At least this is nice, deep water. It's just running fast. I hate the parts where it runs quick, but it's shallow.
Yeah.
Kind of. I do feel like we're too close to the edge, though.
This edge?
Yeah, just edges in general. We got a moose and we got some binoculars, folks. We're gonna try to make it work. There we go. Oh, that's pretty good. I think it's a female moose. Don't see any horns. Don't know if y'all can make out anything with this anyway. It really is a sweet spot. Little head shake. See that lasts. Let's put stuff on it. Whoa! Oh, the fire master. How do you do it? There's some sticks on it. Get those sticks lit. And those sticks will light more sticks. And more sticks. We're here at Squirrel Pocket Campground. This is a one group campground. But I gotta say, I don't really know how they rate these things, because you could fit a lot of tents in here. I think you could easily fit 3-4 person tents in this campground. We are kind of packing up after a bit of a wet night. It was pretty warm rain, but it was also thunder and lightning. We weren't completely ready, but we did keep the fire going. Here's a couple of other spots in Squirrel Pocket. You've got, once again, big fire pit, a bench, and a pole on top so you can set up a tarp or dry your clothes. And there's an outhouse back there. We did see on the beach to the left of this campground, at least to the left when facing the water, moose, not very far away. And there were a couple of groups of people who seemed to be fly fishing on a brook or stream up over there. So it's a good area for fishing and wildlife. We actually saw 2 moose in Round Pond. So overall, a much better campsite, I'd say, than Lost Popple, or however you say it, where we stayed yesterday. Definitely less buggy, and that's important. All right, y'all. We're here at Cunliffe Depot. It's definitely a rough day today on the water. Lots of chop, lots of shallow water, but it was kind of adventurous, I guess. And Cunliffe Depot apparently has a Lombard logger, which used to be used for logging around here. We couldn't find it. We just got lost in the woods, but it was good to move our legs. And we saw 2 bald eagles while we've been here, maybe an hour. So I'll have to report back if we see more. Camp is made. No fire yet, but we'll try to get something started soon. I would say of all the campsites we've been to, Cunliffe Depot has the best view and the softest ground. Bathroom's down there. And you can get lost in the woods down there and not find a Lombard logger. I'm gonna try to take this lid and hold it over the camera. Little camera hat. Oh, you can see it. It's a waterproof camera, but you don't want to mess up the lens, so. One pro tip when you're camping in the Allagash, you don't want to do your dishes. Just let the fish do your dishes. They'll have a good time.
After nearly an hour of portaging the canoe and our supplies past Allagash Falls, I took a break to bring you drone time plus royalty-free music, the sequel. Enjoy.
Is this a campsite?
I'm not sure anymore. No? Oh wait, yes.
It is. Okay.
Although if we want to go to the next one, that might be good because this looks like.
Yeah, the water looks like it sucks here.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next. Big Brooks South.
Yep. That would be it.
Here we go. Yeah, bad water, cliff. We don't like it.
Keeping my eyes peeled. Oh, someone is at one of them.
Oh, they got a fire going too.
So that means we're going to have to look for east, which will be beyond that one where the smoke is.
I mean, we can ask if we can have lunch there.
Okay, but if there's another one just beyond it, why wouldn't it be go to that one?
I don't know.
If at the one beyond it there's people, then we can ask. It'll be on the right.
Okay. This looks and sounds horrible. See anything? We good straight?
Yep. Actually, keep to the right, to the right.
To the right.
Okay.
Ooh, woo. Squishy, splashy, please no crashy. Oh! Woo! Close! You gotta love a good unmarked rapid. Goddamn map makers are fools. See, on nautical charts, it would show you the hazard at its lowest point. Like, I feel like they're not marking all of these because they're like assuming high water or something. Like, you should show the river at its worst.
It does kind of seem though like all the ones that have been unmarked have been like sort of within the vicinity of the marked ones. So like I don't think that they would be like shifting that much, would they? I don't really know how it works.
Yeah, no, you mean like the rocks rolling on? I feel like that's like a decades process.
Yeah.
Which it could be decades since the map was updated, you know? I mean, what happened to Hosea A?
Oh, bald eagle again.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, up there. He said, nah, I'm going to Canada.
Oh yeah, we are getting much closer. I wonder if he's hunting.
Ooh, yeah, it's probably a good time of day for it. We're just about done with our journey.
Yeah. I'm like sad for it to end, but I'm also like, we need to get there before dark. So it's like a weird.
I really don't want to do rapids at night. It's already kind of getting close. TBH. I hear the unsavory noises of whipples and rips ahead.
Taking my phone off airplane to see if we're starting to get service. I can't believe we made it that far. I'm impressed with it.
It's awesome and convenient, but wasn't us. Looks like we might have
Keep right.
the aid of some sun coming up. It'll be phenomenal.
Keep left.
Left.
There's a bunch of them. We're gonna have to maneuver. Okay, keep this way.
Oh, big
right.
rock right there. Go right through it. Oh, it's just that stuff. Ah, it's so scary. Can't tell the difference between the rocks and the waves. It's all allagashing together. Oh boy. What are we thinking?
Go to the right.
Right? I'm going left. Oh yeah.
Beaver Dam.
Oh, that's a beaver dam, yeah.
Sorry.
little crick and a bald eagle up ahead.
Yeah. Oh, right there.
Dead ahead,
Oh,
yeah.
I've seen it.
I never see them from the side. I'm always looking at... What is that, our 5th one?
Probably more than that.
5 moose and 5 eagles.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Jesus, sneaky rocks everywhere. You gotta be alert.
Yeah. Oh, not you, but... The Allagash Wilderness Waterway. But I can't tell what.
Oh, this must be the end of it.
Go to the right.
Right?
Just a little. That's it.
Wow. Ah. Looks like we got 2 big rocks. Ah. Let's go. Woo-hoo. Am I really leaving it? I feel like I'm about to start it right now. Fucking crazy. Ah! Woo! Right. Right. Woo! Oh man. Why is it so here? Oh man! We're taking in drink. I'm laugh crying. That was fun and scary. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were interviewing these Norwegian people.
Yeah.
And they said there's a word in Norwegian for funny scary, like the kind of scary that makes you laugh, kind of like what we just had.
Wow, that was the craziest one yet.
That's a crazy way to leave.
Oh my goodness.
Leaving the Allagash Wilderness Waterway, or are you? All of your training has led up to this moment.
What's that?
Oh, 3 birds just kind of doing something, I guess. I think those are geese.
Oh. I gotta keep it home.
It's not all rainbows and sunshine. What?
I think you're deep enough.
Yeah? Alright, you hop in.
Oh wait, push to the left.
That's what we call river scooting. Yeah, my rule of thumb with that has been like, once my knees start getting wet, I get back in. Not really because that's deep enough, but more like I don't want to lose the boat. No! Oh, you might get shallow again. Get me out of this shallow hell.
And so it is time for the big question. Is the Allagash worth it? I think it depends on what you value and where you live. If your goal is to see wildlife, you can often do that closer to home. I live in Massachusetts, and if my primary goal for a canoe camping trip was to see a moose, I could have saved time and money by driving 2 to 3 hours to a lake, as opposed to driving north for 7 hours to the Maine Canadian border and then paying an outfitter $300 to drive me 3 hours back down south. If your goal is being in pristine nature, experiencing tranquility, disconnecting, and getting away from it all, you might live closer to other legendary wilderness areas, like the Boundary Waters in Voyageurs National Park in Minnesota, the Upper Missouri River in Montana, or Everglades National Park in Florida, each offering backcountry solitude at potentially lower cost or travel time, depending on where you live. But if you want both of those things in a canoe camping trip, and if you're located in the northeastern quarter of the United States, say east of Ohio, north of Virginia, and south of the St. Lawrence, then the Allagash is your best true wilderness canoe trip opportunity. Here you get zero man-made noise, zero light pollution, rich wildlife, and a multi-day journey that feels like stepping 2,000 years back in time. The Allagash Wilderness Waterway offers an authentic remote backcountry canoeing experience. It's a commitment in terms of time, cost, and effort, but for those who value both wildlife encounters and the chance to immerse themselves fully in a natural setting free of human intrusions, it is absolutely worth it. For others, saving money, reducing travel time, or choosing a closer wilderness might be the better option. Know your priorities, weigh the costs, and you'll have your answer. If you have decided to go to the Allagash after all that, here are my 3 pieces of advice. First, plan buffer time, not only for weather or unforeseen obstacles, but for your own pleasure and enjoyment. You do not want to feel like you're rushing from campsite to campsite or running out of sunlight trying to reach a destination. Make sure you're doing a 3-day trip in 5 days instead of trying to squeeze a 5-day trip into 3 days. Number 2, make sure you use a canoe made out of a forgiving material, like plastic, not like wood, or not like aluminum like me. You will hit rocks, hard. A softer canoe will make you less anxious throughout your trip. And finally, number 3, you need a bug net for your face. These backcountry bugs are built different, and they don't care much about your bug spray, especially since it's regularly splashing off your skin as you battle through the water. This is not a luxury, optional piece of kit. It is essential and mandatory. All right, folks, that's it. I hope this video gave you the insight you need to decide if the Allagash is right for you. If you found this helpful, consider hitting that like button. If you want more content like this, let me know by subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, and happy paddling, wherever your next journey takes you.